Okay, guys, we are back. It's been a long break. Obviously, we've been in a lockdown, but we are back with another episode of SWEAT.POD.
I am your humble co-host, Erin Dussard.
We are in a different venue today. We are in the Vonda Apartments in Shoreditch, and I'm joined by two special guests. We have Leon and Fontaine here. Leon, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Right, so I'm Leon. I'm a PT, fitness instructor. Been doing it for about 5 years now. Worked in Pure Gym for a majority of that time, do home calls, etc. And I've been doing some Zoom stuff. Also one of the Sweat Club coaches now as well.
Yeah. And Fontaine?
Hiya, I'm Fontaine. I'm a personal trainer, a female-only personal trainer. I've been a PT for around 4 years now. Like Leon, I've been based in Pure Gym, private studio, mobile, and also run a couple of my own classes. And I'm a member of the Sweat team.
Right, so it's a crazy time that we're in. How you guys been coping with the quarantine, the COVID and all of that?
It's been hard. I found it hard to adapt.
Okay.
I'm very hands-on,
Yeah.
really used to face-to-face and just kind of feeling energies and stuff. So I found online really hard. Just difficult to interact, I think. Yeah, just really difficult. Interaction's been hard for me. That's been the hardest part.
What, at the beginning or even still now?
In the beginning, and I felt like there was a lot of pressure to kind of do these lives and be really popular and beat yourself out and 4 classes a day and who can do this, and it just turned into like a burpee contest, like spin around, touch the ground type of thing. I've slowly transitioned and now I do have online clients now. I still run like a face-to-face class and I do have clients that I see face-to-face because I feel like it's important. So I'm slowly adapting, slowly.
What about you, Leon?
Yeah, it's been weird, man.
Yeah.
It's been different. So beforehand, I've done a couple of Zoom sessions with some of my clients that have been away and stuff. So I was familiar with the whole Zoom thing. But it was a difficult transition because a lot of people decided that they just wanted to stop training at all because they didn't think it would be beneficial. Training on Zoom. I think more money-wise. Like they'd think, well, I'm spending this money. I want.
You want that
and they were
personal.
so used to being in the gym environment, so they think, well, how am I going to get my results if I'm only doing certain things? So some clients didn't have weight, some clients did, so it's a little bit easier. But I think it's so personal that people want to be face to face. But the transition, it got smoother as the journey went on. And as you were saying earlier about the whole lives and stuff, I just decided that I wasn't going to do any.
Okay.
So I decided, you know what? There's so many people doing them. Like, I don't need to. Like, I'm not gonna now do that. Because obviously you're gonna have to get super creative to stand out. And are you doing it? Why am I doing it? Am I doing it because everyone else is doing it? Or because if my clients are asking me to do it, then I can do a private one.
Of course.
I can do a private one on the Zoom platform, but do I need to be jumping on it on Instagram because everyone's doing it, the pressure of doing it?
What was that like initial, was there an initial panic when they said gyms are closing, everything's closing, stay in your yards? Was there that initial panic?
Yeah. It's because it's like, as I said before, I think it's more of the know-how, and some people just don't know how that's going to look for them. So it was like, are my clients going to buy into it? Are they going to buy into it? Am I going to be able to how many am I going to be able to retain in this period of time? Because as you both know, as the months go on, you want to keep these sessions flowing. And if you go behind on one session and another one, all that means is at the end of the month, you're not going to get paid again. And that's the reality of it. If our sessions are not continuous, again, then we have an issue now because we're logged back so much that eventually you're going to be working for someone for a way longer period than you should be. So it was that, and it was also getting the time for yourself. I've got little ones, so doing the Zooms at certain times, it's just Like, are some clients going to be okay with that?
Like,
are they going to be okay with little rugrats running around while I'm doing the Zoom? Because if I'm on the floor, my son tends to be on top of me. And that's it. And I can't say, do you know what, no one can come in this room. Because unfortunately, my place is big enough for that. So there was a panic just at like, how am I going to do this? Am I going to be able to get my clients to buy into it and to stick with it and believe that they can get the results from what I can give them?
What about you,
from my
Fontaine?
knowledge?
I was so tired at that point and over the gym that I was working in. I was fed up of cleaning. I literally walked home with my equipment. The funniest thing is I started packing my stuff up and ordering stuff for my house about 2 weeks or so before.
Okay.
Because I kept thinking something's brewing, and I kind of wanted. I was like, you know what? Just
you weren't one of those that stacked up on toilet rolls, were you?
No. That was funny because I was just like, people were actually nicking them from work.
That was it?
Yes. I started buying stuff and I walked home and I thought, what am I going to do? But I was so tired that for the first maybe 2.5 weeks, I didn't care.
Okay.
I just didn't care. I needed a break. I wanted time to think.
Okay.
And one day my manager called me, and I kind of called him a business mentor. So he called me and he was like, "What's happening, Fons? What are you doing?" I says, "Oh, Trev, I don't know." He goes, "Listen, princess, don't deviate from what you know works. Stick to your guns. Don't do all of this." He said, "You've been promoting women with weights. You've been doing this. Don't start banging out cardio because Sally's doing it. Do what you do." And I was like, "Do you know what? Cool." And I done it. I just decided I was going to do that. Obviously, we connected through that time. And like, I was just like, I like this guy. Like, he's just doing his thing. Like, and my whole thing throughout COVID was just kind of connecting people that were being original to themselves. And just staying out of the mix. So I was just like, you know what? You lot go and do your thing, man. I'm over here. If I do my life to 5 people, that's 5 people. That's cool with me. You happy? I'm happy. Done. It kept me motivated, kept me in shape. I got to use my dumbbells, do my thing, and I kept it moving.
I mean, for me personally, I jumped on lives literally straight away. And for me, it was like, okay, what am I going to do now? The gyms are closed. I sent out a message to all my clients to say, look, the gyms are closed, but there is a way that we can still train. We could do body weight stuff at home. We could do it via video. And a lot of them took it up straight away. So in terms of panic, there wasn't much panic for me personally. And then I went straight into doing IG lives because I thought, okay, there's a lot of people at home now. Some of my clients are going to be at home. Let me give them something that they can do by themselves. I'd never gone on live beforehand. I didn't even know what I was doing. So this was completely new for me. So I started that, and do you know what? More than, I think I started it way before like the trend properly hit, because it was literally in March. But before that, I thought it was like, because I knew there was a bit of accountability. Someone was expecting me to go on live at this time in the morning to work out. It meant that I was working out every day. And it kept me fit because I'm not really a bodyweight trainer. I like to train with weights. So without the gym, it was like, if I didn't do those classes, I wouldn't have trained for the whole time that we've been in lockdown. I wouldn't have trained at all. So as well as helping out those people who are at home and wanted to work out, and I'd done it for free, it also gave me some motivation and helped me work out as well. So, I felt it was quite good. And then obviously every Tom, Dick and Harry started doing it. And it's just like, okay. But I just felt like you said, if it's just 5 people, whatever, I had the same people coming every single day. And I felt that they were appreciative of me doing it. And I always appreciated them keeping me accountable. So like, I enjoyed it. And then I probably done it for about 17 weeks straight, 5 days a week. And then I connected with you guys doing it as well. And then it got a bit too much, and I was just like, okay, let me just take a little bit of time. But like the lockdown's it's given me a chance to kind of look at the business. Like, did you look at your personal training business and think to yourself, okay, what can I do now other than the one-to-ones? Like, did you think about diversifying your business and things like that? Yeah,
definitely. I think the time off, because I still work, but the time away from the gym made you think, because you have the thing where you're in the gym. So some PTs, not all, will have a plan. I'm going to do this with my clients.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wasn't one of the people that would have my iPad with me.
Okay.
I knew what body parts we were going to work that day and would flow on how busy the gym was.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm not going to say, right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go on this machine, that machine, that machine.
Yeah,
because then if I've got that plan now and you go to that machine, someone's using it, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So now it's the gyms are closed, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And we're in that situation now where at any point that can happen again.
Yeah.
So now it's like, how can you get creative? Obviously we connected, we start doing the thing on Wednesday. Now it's like, do I then build from that, off the back of that and be like, okay, well, I'm going to start doing this now for
Did you
myself.
guys create any like online plans or programs? And
Yeah,
like
so
that?
I started doing online plans, but for me, I'm only comfortable giving plans to my clients.
Okay.
Same.
Only comfortable giving clients. The reason being, just say, we'll use Sally again.
Yeah.
Sally, let's use Sally.
So Sally asks me for a program. Never met Sally before. Yeah. Don't know how Sally's body works. Yeah. Sally doesn't know how her body works. Yeah. I give her this plan. Yeah. She goes and does it. Yeah. She tells Tracy, Leon's plan shit. It didn't work.
This is always my
and that's the reality of it, and it happens. It does happen because someone told me it the other day. And the simple thing is, Sally's never trained before. Sally's got this program. Yeah. She goes to the gym, or she does it at home. Either way, she's doing it incorrectly. Yeah. Intensity is not enough. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. And then she's wondering why she's not getting the results. And the reason being is because you're not there. Yeah. You don't know that person. Yeah. So I can be like, with my clients, I can be like, right, you need to do this, you need to do that. And they know. Yeah. They know. Yeah. They know what this looks like.
And
they
you have that rapport with them.
Yeah. You have that rapport.
Them,
yeah. You understand and they know what you expect from them. So it's like, it's different. Yeah. So the programs I give are only for my clients. Yeah. If that means if I worked with you for a short period of time, long period of time, it doesn't matter. But if you've been my client beforehand and we've worked together, I can sell that plan to you. If not, I just work. It's just a no.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm on the same page as Leon. I am in the process of creating a program. However, I have tried and tested it myself, which I put up my transformation pictures through that and through people that have trained with me that are no longer around. Yeah. And I have got good results from it. And I think the mentality that Leon has is the same mentality from I think there's a certain level of new kind of trainers that just don't care. Yeah. And it's just the money, it's online. It's money, I'm going to Photoshop this picture, sell you a load of programs, even though I don't know anything about you, I don't necessarily do it myself, copy and paste and sell it, and they're happy with that. But I think if you're a real trainer, if you're really about your thing, you're gonna care. Yeah. Because you don't want shit out there.
Yeah,
so you don't want that. And I don't want my name on it. You don't want your name on that.
Yeah.
So most of the people that I've sold the program to, that I've given it even for them to try. They've really liked it. I mean, Pure Gym can get really busy sometimes and you have to be quick, like, okay, cool, we're going to sit to this, we're going to do this. So in general, that is it. And I find as you start to see your clients more and more, I don't normally write every weight down. Client comes in, I remember last time he was on here, and that's just how I work, you know. But I didn't feel the need to get onto live and kill myself. Again, like yourself, I done 3 days a week. People were messaging me, ain't you going to do live? Ain't you going to do, what you waiting for? Babe, do you think I'm going to be out here giving everything for free? And that was a big problem for me because I didn't want to. I was already running a class the summer before and it was successful and I was happy with it. I didn't want to suddenly get on Zoom and have people doing pay-as-you-go for £3. And then when the real world opens up and then my rates go back to normal, they're like, but you were doing this for £3.
There is a bit of devaluing.
And it does kind of bring it down. And I get building the community and having people feel great and stuff, but people are fickle. I've seen clients that I've given really good results to in the comments of someone else's life doing foolishness, talking about, babe. I'm like, yo, but all right, if that's all right. So, you know, it's different. And I think times are changing. But I feel like in this whole industry, like with many other industries, only the real ones will survive because eventually people will want real results.
I mean, for me, not criticizing anyone who likes to be an online trainer, salute to them. But I was shocked when some trainers I know who do one-to-one PT were like, oh no, I've seen this as a good opportunity for me to go purely online. And I was just like, For me, I do it out of necessity, as in I really want my clients to still stay healthy, and that's why I do the video trainings. But I would never substitute that for personal one-to-one training.
Never.
But yeah, some people are like, I love it. I just get to stay in my house. And I was just like, oh, okay. So it is like you said, some people just like, they do it for the money. They would do their cookie cutter program and copy and paste for loads of different people. Was you guys like surprised at how the fitness industry adapted?
No.
No?
Do you know what it is? Because really and truly, no one had a choice.
Yeah, sure.
Do you get what I mean? So obviously the platform was there before where people were doing Instagram lives. Everyone just took it for an opportunity. I think a lot of people took it for an opportunity to make money. Yeah. No matter how. Because I watched, listen, everyone does their Instagram lives, innit? And I know a handful of PTs that are good at it. And there were some that they were doing sessions, and I was just thinking, how are you getting away with this? Like, how are you getting away with this? Like, you're doing this, and I'm like, and I had the pleasure of not doing it and being able to be like, watch and be like, do you know what? I'm gonna do this one I've done yours for a week. I've done someone else's for a week, and.
What did you think of mine? Was it all right?
It was good. Nah, it was good. It was really good. It was good. And the thing is, and as you said, it's accountability as well. Yeah. So what annoyed me, and what would annoy anyone anyway, as I always said to some of the PTs at the gym, if I get up to do something and I don't feel the person that's doing it is putting in the effort or the work, I'm gonna be peed off. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? And I'll switch it off. So everyone had to adapt. Everyone started running. Yeah. I was one of them. So it was like, as you were saying before, I struggle because I prefer to do weights. Like body weight stuff I can do. I teach it, but preference is to do weights. So I think everyone you kind of just had to kind of crack on with it.
But like, okay, let's flip it round. Let's think as a consumer now. Yeah. Your gym's closed. You can't see your PT one-to-one. It was a good thing for someone who's normally a gym member to have thousands or hundreds of PTs at her fingertips or his fingertips who he could jump on a live and do a workout. So even though for us, we might not have thought it was our cup of tea kind of thing, but for the Joe Public, I thought it was a good thing.
Yeah, it was great.
Because you could do Leon's workout on a Monday, Fontaine's Tuesday, Erin's Wednesday, Joe's, and there was so many people doing it, and there was a lot of variety. Yeah. So in that sense, if I'm looking at it from my non-PT head, I felt like the IG lives they provided a purpose. Yeah. And I feel like, especially when you're thinking of, we're still in unprecedented times, and it plays a lot on your mental as well as your physical. Like being stuck in the house, no one's experienced that. So
with the same person.
Exactly.
For that period of time. Exactly. People say, you're with your partner or whatever, but you're never with each other for that long period of time. Exactly. You never. Yeah. You never. It's like being in the Big Brother house. You're never in each other's company for that time. So even with your kids, so it's difficult. Yeah. So keeping someone active does a lot for their mental. So I feel 100%. Like it did have. I don't want to bash the IG lives or whatever. Yeah. Because I feel like they do serve a really good purpose. But what do you think the pros and cons of like this new kind of digital fitness age? Bad internet connection.
That is always a killer, isn't it?
My Wi-Fi was struggling a few times.
I was on one guy's who, to be fair, I enjoyed it. He was quite good. Work 100, and he's like 100. Like he's in his name, innit? Yeah. Like he's just going full at it, 100% body weight, like burpees. And he's like, come on, keep up with me. He's like constant. And he must have done a live one time, and his internet was just constantly just cutting out. And then you see like everyone in the comments, bro, turn your 4G on or blah, blah, and you got data, blah, blah. But it was constant. So like the flow of the session just isn't really, do you get what I mean? And then it will pause and you're like,
Yeah.
So you just kind of continue, because if it's a rep count thing, you can do it. If you're doing it for time, it's a hit and miss, because if you're working to his time only, you're kind of like, where am I kind of thing. That's obviously that's not a great thing, but I think that obviously the pros of it, as you said, there's so many different varieties and the time, and some people will do mornings, some people will do evenings. But obviously the cons of it is that I think as I talk to the PT, as long as giving someone a plan, if someone's not done fitness before and they've just jumped into it, if they're doing something that like form's not great and stuff like that, and you've got a PT that's kind of just rushing through it and not teaching people, like, do you know what I mean? Like showing different angles and stuff like that. Quite a lot of people get injured from it, and that's a big con, I think, because if you teach a class as well, you see stuff like that, and that's what you're doing. You're teaching a class, but you can't see who's on the other side of it, so you can't see who's doing things incorrectly, and I think that's a kind of worry when you're doing something out to everyone like that without being able to see a screen showing you what individuals to say. Do you know what you need to? Do you know what I mean? So that for me, that's a worry. And again, are people gonna revert back to going back to the gyms?
What about you? Pros and cons?
For me, the pros, obviously reaching people you wouldn't normally reach.
To be fair, that is
a bit
true.
of exposure, connecting with other people, professional and gym goers. Also, it kind of challenges your kind of skills, because I find a lot of the time I won't talk. When clients are doing things wrong, I'm like turning their bodies. So now I'm having to use my words.
Exactly.
to kind of get people to move. Cons, same. Form, even just motivation, because everyone's motivated in different ways. I feel like when you're face to face and you have a class and you start to get used to people, you kind of see what different things motivate people. Like I've got some people that I'll just look over and just be like, and there's others I'm like, go on girl, and they love it. So you kind of motivate people in different ways. So that's definitely like for me it's form and interaction is the downside for it.
So where do you see the future of fitness going? I mean, we don't know if we're going to go into another lockdown. But like, do you feel like the online training, the app workouts and all that, do you feel like that's where we're heading? Or do you feel like we will be able to eventually get back into the gyms and everyone will kind of flock back?
I think eventually we'll be able to go back. Everyone wants normality. And for them, that is, like, I don't think this is going to be for now, it's the new normal. For now. But there's going to be a period of time where all the doors are open again. And no one's going to want to be indoors. They're going to be sick of being indoors.
I hope so.
At first, everyone's like, oh yeah, it's great being at home, working from home. And it's not. Like it's not normal.
Not long term.
Everyone will. This is it's a short term fix. I think. So there'll still be Zooms. It will still be. They will still exist. People will still do it. Some clients will want to do it. But people will go back to the gym.
Have you had anyone say to you, do you know what, I prefer this?
No. Do you know the funny thing is, I have said to a couple of my clients, I prefer working with you on Zoom.
Really?
Yeah, because as you said, some people are motivated differently. And when they're at home and I'm talking on the screen to them, it's different. So you know, when in person they engage a lot more when you're face to face, as everyone does. So they'll tend to talk. You know, you get the clients that will try and do the chatty patty to distract you out, and then before you know it, you've given them like 3 minutes of rest because they're talking about something. When with this now, they're kind of, I'm finding these two particular clients, there's more flow to it. So it's like, right, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, bam, 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 and then I'll kind of talk through as we're going along. But I've had one maybe say, oh, do you know what, I really enjoyed this kind of thing. But I think more so, they've bought into it. So they're like, do you know what, didn't think this was gonna be for me. But actually, it's working, and I'm glad I done it because it's a massive break. If they imagine if your client stopped training, it's nearly like it's been 6 months. 6 months. Like, don't get me wrong, if they came back in 6 months, for us it'd be great. But the reality of it is they'll be starting again.
What about you? Where do you see the future?
I think
lies?
There's definitely going to be a mix. I don't think that things will be 100% normal, but I think there will be a nice mix of face-to-face and online, if you're able to balance this. So maybe programs and then sell it, you know, like giving people programs and then having catch-ups every couple of weeks or so. I think that might be something that would be quite popular. I'm still a bit confused as to where it will be. I'm really, really confused. I'm hoping that we can go back. I'm hoping that we can go back, but I don't see it being the same. And some people do genuinely just like being at home. And I think for some of my, it's strange because all my online clients that I have, most of them, I've never seen.
Oh, really?
In person.
Wow.
But the difference is with...
so how do you build that rapport? Because that was always my issue. Like Leon said, like finding someone from out the blue who hits you up and says, I want to do some training. Obviously, I know we're not in the gyms now, so can you provide me with a program? Like, how do you build that rapport? How do you get to know what they're good at? Like, do you have like a questionnaire that they fill in and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so I actually done a trial run on one person for like 6 weeks, she's in Canada actually. And,
wow.
Yeah, so I done an Insta Live with her and we started talking and stuff. So we kind of built up a rapport from there. And she was like, I really want to train. She's like an alternative doctor, but she doesn't train. She healed herself from cancer and she's just like, my food is fine. Like, I can get the food. I just want to train. So we done 6 weeks. And it was like, okay, cool, let's do it. I'm feeling a bit more confident about this. Because prior to that, it would only been people I knew. And then a lady hit me up who had done a couple of my lives. Okay. And she was like, I really want to train. Do you travel to East? I was like, no. I was like, what about online? But what I always do is I have a Zoom conversation with them beforehand.
Like a consultation.
Like a proper consultation. And I think sometimes potential clients think that in that consultation you're selling yourself. When in actual fact, I'm deciding whether I want to take you on. But I've got to spend my next however many weeks with you. And I'll be like, I don't even want to see this woman again. Because it happened. So in that time, I'm building up, working things out. And I always say, this is our chance to decide whether, you know, I can provide what you're looking for and if I'm what you want. So throughout that, we have that conversation, go away, think about it, come back to me, or I'll come back to you, and then we go from there. And in that consultation, I go in. And so from there, I kind of build up and create, and normally say that the first week's me kind of feeling them out, seeing what they can do, where they're at. And then we go from there. And that's how I've been doing it. And luckily for me, it's worked out well. I've had people come off recommendation through other people, which is always really nice. So I don't really push it like I'm an online trainer. I like the reference. I like the referrals. The referrals are people that have worked with me, seen me work. Okay, come through and we'll talk.
Have you guys tried any apps and you looked at any other fitness apps or things like that?
I haven't.
No, we get sent them. You get sent them. Hi Leon. I've noticed you on Instagram. Like I've set up this app, blah blah blah. Have I looked at any of them? To be honest, no, I haven't. Okay. I haven't looked at any of them, just because I feel like if I want to, I will. And as you were saying with your consultation and stuff, I think I'm at the point now that I've been doing PT long enough to know whether I want to work with someone or not. So I think when things are pushed at me, I kind of just like, I'll have a look at it when I'm interested. I'm not really looking at apps.
Okay, so for the listeners who are still stuck at home and can't go to the gyms, how would you advise them what to look for when they're deciding on what app they're going to do or what online trainer they're going to pick or whatever? What would you tell them to kind of look out for?
Look out for?
In picking their trainer.
I think in picking, when you're doing lives and stuff, I think this is trial and error really. Obviously, if you want a female trainer, you're going to look for a female trainer, but you need to, whether you know that PT or not, doesn't mean that they're for you. So don't use someone just because you know them. Because you don't owe them anything. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's like you got to pick what works for you. So if you're looking for someone to train, I don't know, that's someone that does bum workouts, leg workouts. Find someone that does that workout for you. That's what's going to work for you for a time period that works for you. So you need to. So that's the main thing. I think it's just got to be what you're looking for. Like, you know, like, don't pick someone because you fancy them. Yeah. Because you like looking at them. Do you know what I mean? Or because you heard they're good.
And we know that's what Instagram's all about.
Or because
like
the most popular person doesn't mean that they're going to fit for you.
Yeah.
Like, that popular person isn't going to fit for you. Like, always.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and based on someone else's results, doesn't mean you're going to get the same. So again, there's loads of things that I think you just got to kind of like pencil down. You got to probably do pros and cons for yourself when you're looking for one.
Yeah. And what about you, Fontaine? What would you say for someone wanting to get an online program? What could they look out for?
I think people need to be really honest with themselves and just look at where you are. Have you been exercising? Are you knowledgeable? Like, have you got experience? And be honest and just know that whatever program you decide to sign up to, it's not going to happen overnight. Yeah. Aim for someone who is quite honest with you as well, as honest as you are with yourself. That person needs to be honest with you. Okay, look, you're a beginner, you're starting here, this is this, and just don't, again, the whole aesthetics thing, we don't know what people go through to get whether they look, whether it's real, whether it's fake. You know, we just don't know. And a lot of the time, what I noticed was a lot of people were selling people things that they don't actually do themselves. So for myself, I'm not going to turn around and sell a booty plan and say to someone, just buy a booty band. Because I know you've got some work to do. Do you know what I mean? So it's like being honest with the person and knowing, I think that when people are looking for PTs, they don't do the right research. Like, Google's your friend. If something doesn't make sense, go and find out. I love it when my clients challenge me. Come to me, ask me, oh, but I saw this or I saw that. Then if I don't know, I can go and find out. If I do know, we're going to fire backwards and forwards, and then I'm going to tell you where we're at. But people, honestly, are like sheep.
And they're unrealistic.
You've got
to be realistic. You have to be realistic. Because I've had someone say, all right, I want to get to this at that time. I said, it's not going to happen.
One thing that lockdown has done for all of us is it's made us sit down a lot more. So we're not commuting to work. We're not walking to the station, walking to the bus stop, walking up and down the stairs in the office.
We're not moving.
Walking to lunch. So people got to take that into account, that you're not burning as many calories as you would do on a normal day. So you may still be working out for an hour, but the rest of the time you're sat down. So you can't still eat the same way you were when you're training at the gym, because there's all those extra calories you're burning through traveling. So I think that's one thing that definitely people need to kind of think about. That when they're like, oh, I'm training every day, I do my lives or my whatever, but I'm not losing any weight. And the reason is because you're sat down for the rest of the time and you're not burning a lot of calories. So you need to make sure you're hitting that calorie deficit. So now you're going to have to bring your calories right down because you're not moving as much. But so we've started a online platform, Sweat Club. We're doing workouts every week. Tell us a bit about your workout, Fontaine, your workout.
So I'm doing the full body blast. So basically it's just everything, just hitting everywhere. It's not as high intensity as Leon. Lots of controlled movements, lots of hitting small muscles that we don't normally feel. And it's great. I mean, again, I love doing them because like you guys, I've been into weights. So COVID has kind of been like, woo, you know, bringing it back to kind of where I started initially, and just it's making me a better trainer because getting that creativity and wanting to produce a good class and wanting to produce results is what I'm all about. So it's quite nice for me. I like it, and then if I don't have clients and I see any of you guys, and I'll quickly pop on and be like hi and stuff like that. So it's nice, and I feel it's what's needed as well, because I look at you guys as solid trainers, so to have a crew of solid trainers on one platform is like, what do you want? So it's nice, And
what about your workout, Leon?
So I do the hit on the Wednesday. Same. I enjoy it, man. It gives me it allows me to do something that I wouldn't usually do on a weekly basis. That I've kind of come away from. So like once I started doing weights. Hitting the weights hard, I kind of stopped doing that. So with the class, obviously, like it's high intensity, jumping around. We got the burpees in there as always. yeah, just a bit music, there's a bit of vibing and stuff like that. So yeah, it's good, man. I try and bring a bit of fun into it as I can to kind of distract them away from
the hard work.
As you said, it does what it says it does what it says on the tin, and so there's sweat in there. So yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it, man. It's building up, and as you said, like we've got a platform of strong PTs. And it's just enjoying it, man. And I pop on, you kind of watch how someone else is vibing, and you take good things from each other. So I'm enjoying it, man. Yeah, and really
I think with what we're going through in the terms of the times, that it's good to connect with loads of different people. So like the idea of Sweat Club is not only to work up a sweat and burn calories, but it's to build a community vibe, to connect with people, connect with like-minded people who are health conscious. So yeah, Sweat Club was created to just build a community, really. What I wanted to ask you is, for anyone who is working out at home, give them one piece of equipment that you feel that they could get, something that's not too big or something that's easy to use at home.
I'd say a kettlebell.
Okay.
Grab a kettlebell. There's loads of stuff you can do with a kettlebell. Loads of stuff on the floor. There's loads of stuff you can do with a kettlebell. I would say grab a kettlebell. They're hard to come by at the minute, and probably a lot more expensive than they'll usually be. But yeah, get one, man. Just kind of, obviously the weight wise, you need to think about what weight you can you want to get. But a kettlebell's a good one, always, I think.
And you, Fontaine?
Gosh, that's a great one. Do you know what? I have to say, I've got a set of dumbbells, which they go up to about 12 kg.
Yeah.
Been my life. They've been a saviour. Yeah. I bought them ages ago, and I was just like, when this all happened, I was like, thank God. But
because they sold out everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, I've had mine for a while. I was surprised by how much bits and pieces I was like pulling out. So I was like, I'd have to go with dumbbells.
Because I had some. But they were light ones. Like I had a few dumbbells and kettlebells and stuff. Luckily, I didn't buy any because I wanted to buy heavier ones, but they were just gone. Or they were like £200 for us, and I just thought, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to buy that. I'm not going to do it. So luckily, from clients that I had previously, like dumbbells and kettlebells, but either two, I think I'll go with them two. What about yourself?
Have you guys ever worked with sliders?
Yes.
The discs. Right, so that's my one.
Oh, wow.
So I feel they're quite versatile. So they're not like weight bearing, but in terms of their versatility, you can actually get a really good workout with them. So a lot of people use them for their feet. So like doing hamstring curls or doing mountain climbers or things like that. But you could use them for upper body stuff as well. So I've got a pair at home that I use, and I've been doing push-ups with them. So starting off with my hands together as I lower myself down, sliding them out. And you know what? I bought them, I can't remember why I bought them. I bought them way before lockdown, like many, many years ago. I can't even remember why I bought them. But suddenly I found them again. I was like, oh, okay. So I started using them. And I was like, rah, I could do quite a few stuff like this. And it's easy to tuck away. You can't see it, whatever. Doesn't damage the flooring if you drop it. So that is my tip.
Oh, wow.
Sliders.
Yeah, I've got some sliders. But I used to use them, to be fair, to clients that had issues with their balance when they're doing lunges.
Okay.
So they can kind of just slide back with it.
Yeah.
Instead of bringing their foot off the floor. So I used to use it on there. And then again, it's good on the floor as well. You can just... Well, some people used to use tea towels, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what I was doing. And my wife was like, can you stop using my good towels on the floor? Like I must have posted a video of me doing hamstring curls with the towels, and I see a comment using my good towels on the floor. So I've got the sliders out. So the sliders one are very good. I definitely recommend those. But yeah, guys, so join us on Sweat Club. We have workouts every day. Like I said, we have loads of different trainers, all top quality trainers. We're trying to create a big community of health conscious individuals. Sweat Club is not just about working out, it is about building a community. So yeah, guys, that is a wrap. SWEAT.POD.
Yeah.